Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. It is a very wet and rainy Sunday here in the UK. It's a bank holiday for us. Now, I've seen and heard that it is Memorial Weekend. Is that just in the US? I don't know, and I'm not sure what Memorial Weekend is, so you know, if that's where you are, let me know in the comments, will you please? What is Memorial Weekend? What is it that you're remembering? Yeah, I have to apologise for my ignorance, but I have no clue, and I'd love to know. So, yeah, is it May? I don't know what weekend we call it here. It's the end of May anyway, but it's a bank holiday, so it's obviously something. So today is Scrappy Sunday, and as you can see, we're filling up again. Nothing, I don't know, nothing amazing, I don't think. But yeah, we're filling up again. So, and I've got all these, I'm going to call them drops papers. If you watched my vlog, you'll see that they are 12 by 12 papers that I got a long time ago in a charity shop haul. I obviously folded them all at some point, and I've been using them as like drop papers in the greenhouse for dyeing on top. And you know, they've caught to varying degrees. They've caught the coffee dye, the tea dye, some of the sprays. I haven't gone over the top of them and made them more so. They are just literally, you can see where I've had the jam jar stood there and there. So, you know, they've lost the shininess now. They're, oh, I wondered what that white thing was there. It's just sat on my desk. I thought, what's that? Yeah, so I think they're suitable for book pages now. So my idea today to use some of these up is, I've got a few of my ordinary coffee dyed as well. I'm going to cut these down to the same size as, you know, a folded A4, or roughly, because these will be, you know, going in my use up your hoard of journal pages. They'll be going in a journal at some point soon. Yes, I'm just going to get my chopper and chop them all there. And then I'm going to use these to create simple pockets or tucks or perhaps belly bands, I don't know yet, straight onto the pages before they're made into something. So it'll, you know, it'll be a generalised journal pages as opposed to, you know, kit pages. No theme, I guess. Themeless, is that what I'm trying to say? So if I can work out from one, I've pressed play, haven't I? You are in the way a little bit, but I'll manage because I need you. So about there. So if I take off, what's that, 9.5? I think if I go to 10 then, because that's a nice line to follow. If I take off 10 centimetres, I know I'm creating all that. I'll deal with that another time. But if I take 10 centimetres off all these, they should all just about be the same as the A4s, and then I've got a good few pages. To start playing with, start sticking those bits of so-called scrap on. So this will be a nice, hopefully easy, don't have to think about it too much make, she says. Yeah, for a Sunday, because I've got my Sunday brain on, which means I've not been up long, even though it is very mid-morning. Neil's home, he was going fishing, but as I say, it's absolutely throwing it down out there. So we're starting off with a lazy Sunday. I don't know if we'll continue to that. We'll suddenly decide we're going to do something and we'll be off and doing it, no doubt. I'm going to take the bottom off that because it's not got much, or the other side I should say, not got much drips on it. Ooh, that's a nice one. I mean, I'll be using what I cut off. I could even make a small journal with them, so I might do that. We'll see. Or some nice pads, you know, strippy notepad things. Endless possibilities. But it will be lovely to have all these pages, because you know I'm short of pages. All these pages ready to go with some ephemera already stuck on them, and you know, cut out the middle storage, as it were. So instead of using my scrap box, making ephemera and storing it, and then sticking it on the pages as I use them, going straight to the sticking them on the pages. so they're not all the same. I mean, if I try not to go too close to the edge, I need them folding a bit, bone folding I should say. Yeah, and then if I have to trim the pages down for whatever I want to use them in, I'm not going to cut into the ephemera. So I'm thinking lots of you know, corner tuck, sort of triangular shape. So yeah, very much mass make. Not trying to create intricate and, you know, yeah, I think intricate is the word. Can't think of another word. You're not too fussy. Ephemera, just straightforward. Get them all made. How many did you count? Let's see how many we're going to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's a journal there. wouldn't be one of my videos without me counting to you, would it? Just take that out of there because it's creating. Let's start with the shiny ones, not the coffee ones. Right, that's got a lovely image on there, so we'll put pockets this side. And I will just start with some triangular ones and try and move some of this. Right, where is my... Here. This sits in the top of it. I just took it out to get to. So this is my collage. And anything like this I am going to put into the collage box. Medium ones I'm not sure. Okay, that's quite a big piece. You might be a page on your own. Okay. Already I'm falling at the first hurdle. Right. Perfect. In fact, that's going to be a perfect pocket that way, isn't it? So let me just take a little off this side. And I'm going to round some corners, I think, on some of them. That's it. Oops. And, oh, it's double-sided. So it's a very tall pocket, isn't it? Let's take some off the bottom as well. Sorry, dragonflies or butterflies or whatever you are, moths. Ooh. Move that a bit closer. The rubbish bag was a long way away. Okay, there's one. I think I like that side better actually. Oops, didn't shake it up. Do you think that did anything? Just a bit of hand dancing. So I hope you guys are all well. Let me know if you're doing something interesting at the for the special weekend, wherever you are. Are you having friends and family over? Just looking for a cloth now. Oh dear. Oh, I have. It's been used a bit, but it'll do. Because I did leak. Now, that one didn't need inking, but I must get an ink dauber down for any that do. Yeah, so we've got like butterflies and pinks going there. Okay, let's have something on the back then. Maybe a side tuck or, yeah, a side tuck pocket would be nice. So look, we've got pink and we've got green going on. Let's see if we can, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's got pink and green on it. I think it's doubled over. Again, it's kind of a page. Let's make sure we use the scraps, the proper scraps. Okay, that will make a nice side pocket. I don't want those fancy bits on. I'm going to take some off that side as well, that's why in fact. Let's make it pretty all round. So we'll go to 7. And 13. No, let's make it as big as we can. I'm going to throw those for the sake of, I need to keep that somewhere. And again, I'm going to round the front corners. Oh, left-handed rounding. Never done that before. Right, I don't like it. I'm not comfortable doing it in the left. And I didn't get dauber. Let's get them all down. Let's have everything down and out, shall we? Yay, it's Sunday. I want sort of a greeny, bluey green. Blue, let's go blue. No, let's go green. I bet I haven't got a green ink out. No, you're right, you haven't. Oh, I feel like I'm a bit, my voice is a bit croaky this morning. I'll try and remember to turn the sound up when What should we use? Rustic Wilderness. Oh, that peacock feathers is a new one to me. It's not green enough. Oh, crap, pistachio. Let's look at that. That's the one. Oh. Put them back because I am now out of room. Probably ought to put the lid on that as well. For now. That's it. I think we're set. And we're going that way. Yeah. They are fairly strong, these papers. That's something. They will take a pocket on each side. So yeah, it will be a slow use of scraps, but it will be an excellent use of scraps, I think, because we're literally creating something that's ready to go. I'm going in the middle. Yeah, so 2 very basic pockets there. Like I say, there's going to be a lot of basics going on. I couldn't decide where to put that. I went neither top nor bottom, look. You know, so when I use it, I can put lace on it and put a centrepiece of embellishment, something like that. Same here, it could have a label. But for now, right, I need somewhere for a pile of these now. Oh, I'm ready for a tidy. Definitely ready for a tidy up. I haven't got any space there. Okay, got it. Purple. Or do I want to go pink and purple? Maybe I like that yellow daisy on the back. I do quite like that pink and purple though. So what do I want to do with it? I like it that way. It's quite a nice page with that on down on the middle, isn't it? Make a nice slot pocket, that. If I had something that would cut slots. Maybe 2 pockets, 1 top. Yeah, let's do that. Because we're sticking to simple. So I need to measure it. 11. Oh no, I don't suppose it matters that way. It's that way. It's the 15. So half of that is 7.5. And then we'll see if the size is right. So it's not far off 3 inches. Oh. Oh my goodness, did you see what I did? I put it on top of the blade because that's where I was measuring. Not on top of the blade, on top of the guide. Now, that's a first, I've never done that before. Yep, they fit fine on there, so I'm going to put them together. Oh, I don't know if I need to put them together around the corners because that's an exact cut. That one tiny piece of grey hair again that just keeps tickling my nose. Well, I don't know why I'm saying it's grey because it's all grey now, but I've got it tied up back out my face. There's always one. I don't know if it's the same one. That's it. Now I know they're in the same place. Now I could put them across from each other like that. I'm croaky. But because I don't know if I'm going to trim the pages or not, I'm going to go in the middle. Avalanche of inks. So I'm going with some saltwater taffy on here. Yeah, very croaky. I am convinced it's some kind of hay fever allergy I've got, because sometimes my eyes just close up and run. My voice just suddenly goes croaky for no reason. Sometimes I get a tingly feeling in my nose. So all you allergy sufferers out there, am I right? Does that sound classic allergy? Yeah, and then another day nothing, I'm fine. Or I can start the day fine and etc. Lovely. Now I could measure and make sure I'm putting them central and all that jazz. You know I'm not going to, don't you? Oops. Oh, maybe should have gone a bit lower there with that one. Oh, that's something to bear in mind when you've got a pocket up high, is whatever's going to go in the top. Do you want it hanging above your page or not? Now this is, like I say, slightly shiny paper. Less shiny than it was, but it's still slightly shiny. So the glue is moving about on it to make sure it sticks. Now what I do need to do is, because I'm putting them in line, how can I do that without getting my mat out? I know, put that across the top there. So I'm just, because I know the top of my ruler's flat, I'm laying the top of the ruler across the top of the page. Look, that's not very straight, is it? So I'm just going to go there. Should have done that to start with. Never mind. So we're still in two minds as to whether we're going to the Antiques and Collectors Fair tomorrow at Doncaster. We just keep changing our minds constantly. I don't really need any more. I think this is my issue. I don't really need any more collectibles or stuff for journaling or anything until I've moved some stuff on, really. I don't want my room any fuller. But it is a lovely day out. But I'm not good if I see something but not buying it. So I think we're just going to play it by ear. Okay, stop admiring it and do something else. Right, these are, yeah, I don't like this side. This is graphic 45 paper, or paper pad, and it was baby to bride or something like that. So it's got, I think these are journal cards by the looks of it. Yeah, and the baby ones. Pretty colours, but not the theme I want. So might want like some corner ones in these. I'm just wondering if I go corner to corner what kind of shape we'll get, so let's try. And I know it's not really a scrap, but it has been in there a while and not been used, so yeah. So corner tucks. Corner tuck pockets, yeah, they need to be in a bit in case I trim it, like I say. Or they could go, no, they can't go the other way because they've got to go that way, because I don't like what's inside them. Okay, what we're going to ink those with, I don't want green or pink really. Let's get them all out. Scotch Timber's a bit dark. Good old walnut stain. I'm trying not to go too heavy. So I could have gone with the pink, but I'm not sure about the yellow and pink against the purple background. That might have been just a bit too much for me on some days. On other days, not so much. Might as well do this one while I've got it out. Yeah, so you can barely see. I don't know if you'll be able to, but it has taken the white edge down and just give it a little bit of a, you know, a border, an edge, nothing more. You have to go back up there. I'll never find you again when I want you. Now, do I put both of these on the same page? Is the next question. You know, on the same double page. I think I will. They won't be next to each other, will they, in the journal, like I say? And yeah, I'm going to. Oh no, I won't, because I put pink on that one. Colourful. Okay, so let's use this one while it's out. Oh, that's nice. That's a yellowy coloured page. Oh yeah, I like that. Covering lots of that stain up, but So that, how many did I have to do? That's 4 already, isn't it? Or is that 3? 3. I counted, can you remember? I don't know, 14 seems to be sticking in my mind, was it? Or 15 maybe. I said it was a full journal, didn't I? So, oh, I'm croaky. I sound like a smoker. I'm not a smoker. I was in my younger days, but not for many a year. Okay. Thinking here, we've only got yellow, nothing but yellow. Thinking of doing the flip over. So it's very white on the back, that one. Let's see what else we've got. Do brown paper one, yeah, that might go. So what I want is a square out of it. So let's make it easy for my easily befuddled brain. That's it. I don't know if that's square. Does it matter? I don't know. No, I don't think it does, because it's square now, isn't it? Right, let's have a look size-wise. So that little bit in the bin, that's good for collage. Now it is strong enough that I could make that a tuck as well as journaling spot. Let's burnish it down a little bit. I mean, if it, you know, when we come to decorate it, if we put some nice, something nice and heavy, just to hold that bit down, we could tuck some paper behind as well. So I'll do that. I am going to ink it up, and I'm going to use the Scotch timber because I want it to show. It's on, you know, quite dark craft paper, craft coloured. It's got a nice brown colour to it, hasn't it? It does look black on some items, this Scotch timber. Some colours, I should say, you know, some. But on this one, it's coming up lovely and brown, so it is a brown. It's just a very, very dark brown. Should have brought a cuppa. Hiccuping already. Not long since had one, to be fair. But that doesn't stop me normally. I am a bit of a drinker. Tea and coffee. And water. I can't believe it's got to Sunday already. It does not feel like Sunday. I feel like I've not got an awful lot done craft-wise this week. So, I don't know. I'll see when I do my roundup of the vlog, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, I've created some stuff. I just feel like I haven't got through a lot of things that I wanted to. I've got a lot of things written down to do, and I'm adding to them rather than crossing any off. Oh, I've gone quite close to the edge if I need to trim. So, put a piece of timber. Oh, and it's got the yellow on the back. Look, I was thinking I could just put a tuck in there so it's, I remember, it's, what is it? It's a pocket. This is a spare piece of timber. There's a few pieces of this in the scrap box, to be honest. It's, and again, it's not exactly scrap, but I want to use it with my scraps, so love that. Which way up shall we go? That way. I'm just going to make it into a really simple tag. Oh, looking for my scissors, and they're away where they should be. And again, I think I'm going to go with some nice scorched timber. Old Mr. S, Mr. Simba, who rhymes with scorched timber, is in the greenhouse. He's taken to his wicker bed again, which he, if you saw the vlog, you'll have seen it. He hasn't been in that since the warm weather's arrived. He's sat on the sheet at the side of it. Right. Don't have to go with the yellow because it probably wants something a lot bigger in as well. Just thinking that would be nice in there if I backed it, wouldn't it? Let's back that with some. Must be something. Right, we've got this that's. Does it matter which way? I'd like the clocks that way up, so put it on this right hand side. Let's not use that glue though. What was I saying? I was talking about Simba. Once that squirrel moment arrives, I've had my glue pages out somewhere. Never mind, I've got some more here. Yes, my desk is back to the good old days, how it used to be. There's stuff everywhere, but it's all got, or just about 90% of it has now got a home, so I think that helps for ease of clearing away. No end is somewhere to put everything instead of all those piles. I still have piles. Not those sort, not medical piles, not physical ones, craft piles, but yeah, not to the extent that I used to. Okay, I know it's a little bit short on the bottom, but I will trim it. That kind of matches what's on the other side of this page, the pocket, doesn't it? So, and it's lovely journaling. Right, there she goes, making a blade gluey. Make a decision. Who was it told me that they dither? Was it Sinead? Did you use the word dither? Yeah, I can be a ditherer when I put my mind to it. Yep, nice and square. I think I'll call you Collage now. Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? But I'm not going to have it that way. I'm going to put it that way. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to round the corners or anything. I think it's just a nice contrast with that. Lovely. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So we're using scrap. Slowly but surely. Another pinky, purpley. Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it? Which way out do I want it? Where do I want the pockets? I think that's lovely journaling, so we'll have it this way. Some nice, yeah, some green bits inside. Just so you can see the paper. It's daisies on the back, but I think that's big enough for a belly band. I'm not sure it is. It'd make a nice tuck though, wouldn't it? We just rounded that top corner there. Yeah, I think that's a nice tuck. Right, where did the green go? The bottom. Again, it's beautiful and colourful, but crying out for a centrepiece, so it would be nice to be embellished. That's what I was looking for, embellishment. That's the word that wouldn't come to me. Yep, just a nice tuck. Super. I said simple was the name of the game. So far it is. They have the place amongst all the, you know, fancy interactive opening, closing, flapping, flipping. Yeah, something to be said for some nice simple tucks and pockets, I think. Especially when you're putting beautiful things in them. Oops. Are we straight? Yep, lovely. And on here, so these, I've just seen these are green-ish. It's very thin though. Let's spot. Oh, beautiful. keep digging. Now we're going to be collage. There's definitely another collage coming up, isn't there? Look at all that. Up to you. Oh, I remember you. You are already a piece of extra journaling. Can you see right over here? So it folds down like that on the page. But you can open it up like a booklet. You know, if you just glue this back page down, you can open it up that way. And then you can open the whole thing up that way. Let's use it and put it down since I've created it. Do I want it on that colour page though, or shall we? I'll put it on this green love hearty one. Yeah, prefer it on that. So I'm going to give it, shall I give it green? I was going to go with the scorched, but now it's going on green page. I'm thinking, let's go for some pistachio. Cracked pistachio. That's not easy to say. Don't say that when you're a little bit drunk. That's an old piece of my coffee dyed. It's been around a while. Nice. Yeah, this is the only trouble with inking something with quite so many flips, flaps and corners. Now, what was I saying about complicated pieces? Although this one was already made, to be fair. And actually, I had forgotten about it. So, I'm now thinking this would be nice in my ideas book. Now I've found it. Yeah, I think I'm going to not put that on there. I think I'm going to put it in the ideas book. And then when I'm looking through for some inspiration... Yeah, so this one, I'll finish inking it up, but it's not going on a page. It's going on the... And now, if I had room on my desk, I would get that ideas book down and do it now, but I haven't. But I do have a little pile of things waiting to go in it, so I will put it in. And when I get it down next week, have I done them all? I think so. Yep. Right, are we the right way? So it's literally like a page of paper you fold into four and then just cut in. And which bit do you stick down? That bit? No, stick one of your loose ones down. That's it. And whichever way you stick it down will, you know, depend on which way it opens. Okay. Pop that up there. Well, it's a piece out my box, isn't it? It didn't help me with that. Yeah, all these trimmings from me. No, they were from yesterday's video, weren't they? I don't know, I've forgotten. Completely forgotten. Anyway, I'm putting them in there. Oh, look at that. See, some nice pieces in here. Oh, that's a piece of green Tim Holtz. Perfect for a pocket. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to trim it down a smidge, I think. Well, it'll want making square anyway, won't it? So... Yeah, lovely. I want one of those little clickers on my on my table so I can click every time I use a piece of scrap. So I know at the end of the video. Oh look, I've left the lid off that. How many pieces I've used. Well, this pink's getting this green's getting a workout today. It is a lovely colour actually. I don't think the colours, I know it's difficult to do, I don't think the colours on the actual packaging are too close to. I know it's impossible. What's inside? Well, maybe they are just on a plain white paper. But how often do we ink just plain white paper? Well, me, not very often. So I've left these square at the edges, just to the corners, I should say. Just to ring the changes a little bit. That is a lovely, lovely piece. I love that. I think the basis of it is some old wallpaper. It's got text and like what do you call the grid paper, graph paper on it. And then, you know, I think it's crying out for a piece of this, don't you? Let's use it to its mostness though. Oh, don't start that silly noise again. Big side pocket, make a big journal card. Yeah, let's do that. Then I'm using it all. I think it's square, but I better just check. I can see that that top is. I don't think it's far off, to be honest. No, you're cutting all the nice edges off. I'll have to ink it now. How long have I been? I forgot about that. Oh, crikey. I'm not going to get through. How many did I say? 15. Is this 4? Oh dear. That was a bit pathetic, really. I might get 5 done. I suppose that's 10 pockets. Am I going middle? Yeah, I'm going middle. Yeah, I'll divot it with this. See what I mean? Twisty turny. That spring's noisy. Sounds like my chair. Right, square corners, yes. Okay. Yeah, it's quite thick, card-like kind of paper, this. I think it will need a couple of rows of glue just to make sure. May well have quite a big journal card in there. Try and get it in the middle, but with room to trim this edge and get a journal card in it, you know, with some kind of a tab, I expect. Again, it's just crying out for some embellishments, isn't it? Yeah, how many is that? Is that just 4? Yeah, right, let's get 5 done. So, let's do a bluey purple because we haven't. Oh, wow. You are full on inside. Yep. And that, as I looked over, was just there. Quite like that as well. I was going to make a paper envelope, but is that too much? Maybe that's too much. Is there any paper? I seem to have lots of card type. No. Now, I've backed that, or I don't know, torn it out of something. That is well, really, it's a journal card. Let's get the tear ruler out. So it's a piece from one of Tanya's Task Treasures kits, and it's one of the first ones she's done. I can't for life of me. Of course I can't, because I've got a terrible memory. Think which one it was. I'm not going to come off that way. So it's backed and everything and ready to go, so. Oh, come on. It's very thick. You in there, you in there. I love these on the page. I'm going to make it, I think, a really big tuck. Yep, I am. I like it on there. Simple, but effective. Yes. And gorgeous. Which is more important. The gorgeousness is what counts. Yeah, it looks like it's been a bit bashed and squashed and battered in there, so time it had a purpose in life. You can't just look pretty, you've got to have a purpose in life. There you go. That's today's what? Pearl of wisdom, shall we say. Just have to hold these down a little bit on these thicker pieces on this shiny paper. That glue will do its job. You just have to give it time. Lovely. I do love this, but it is just too much. Like a belly band or something, and I'm just thinking, what have we got in here? These are bits, they're all going the other way. Mind, a belly band could go that way, couldn't it? These are all sat waiting to be used up. There's some nice vellum there. Nope, not big enough. I'm not sure about the colours. No, forget that one. Don't want to go back in. Okay, what have we got in the blues? No. Pinks, and I had some papers in here, didn't I, that would go white on the back. Oh, you're quite thick. Thinking this. Now, if I make an envelope, some of it is going to have to be upside down. How many times do I do that? Gosh. Good grief. Okay, so I wanted a deckled edge, that's why I used that ruler. Has to be upside down, doesn't it? When I turn it that way and that way, that's it. It's hard work, you know, when your brain's on go slow. So to make an envelope, you want not necessarily the inside, but the outside upside down, or a faux envelope, I don't know, because I'm going to let it open all the way. And then turn the top over. Well, I mean, that's a pocket with a flap, which is interesting, isn't it, in its own. I might do that. I was going to make it an envelope, you just, you know, cut your top flap accordingly, glue your two sides. And I was just going to tell you what else you could do with it, but I think I've decided that's what I prefer. I mean, who says whether that's a pocket or an envelope? I don't know. We'll need a divot in there. I'll put quite a deep one in, I think. Oops. Yeah, because it's hidden. Super. So these are good for pocket fillers, as well as, you know, making into pockets. So I can't really see that all that in there is upside down now. Those horses are, but never mind. Don't want to corner those. I think I will. Flaps. Now you could put a little closure on it. I'm going to leave it for now. It might end up with a seal or something like that, you know, a wax seal. Just a little bit of weight on the flap to hold it down. But once it's in a journal, it'll stay down because it'll be squashed. And, you know, you can always burnish it as well really well, which I haven't particularly with something like this, which will help the flap stay down a bit. Are we straight? Not very, are we ever? But I haven't finished trimming the page yet, so maybe that would make a nice, it would, because it's lovely and thick. And, well, we nearly got to the end of the video without me bashing you, but not quite. I think 7 would fit. Perfect. And again, I'm just going to cut the corners, but not embellish it. So I got 5 out of 15. Bad. Do we have any blue ink? I thought we started with some blue. Obviously not. Let's see if there's anything left on the dauber. There is. Super. So I think this was the faded jeans I used last that's on here. So it's a nice dark one. Yeah, that's a really nice journal card actually. Lovely. Yeah, so I like that idea. I may well do the rest on camera and put it up next weekend, because that's a really good idea. What's that? Oh, that's my new card, look, with all my bits on it. Me. Let's move this and then we can look properly. Don't dash that again. Love that blue one. Well, I love them all, to be honest. Yeah, they're going to be fun in journals. Oh, top of a love heart, that one. You know, when the page is decorated, some of them are plainer than others, aren't they? So they need, you know, a lot of decoration. But they're a good starting point for ideas, you know. If you get stuck with your blank pages in your journals, you know, they want trimming round. But yeah, I like that idea, definitely. So obviously it took a little while because I'm at 45 minutes. But I suppose as you get going through your pile of scraps, it gets easier. So 5 down, 10 to go. Hope you have a lovely Sunday and special weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.